Hello and good evening to all of you guys. I hope I'm audible to all of you, right? Just let me check on my mobile, everything is fine or not. Yeah, so everything is fine from my end. A very good evening and a warm welcome to all of you to your channel Classes. Right, so as you know guys, in the previous classes we had basic concept based on the number systems, how to convert the base, how to convert from decimal to any base and from any base to decimal, and from any base to any base, that also we discussed. Now in this class basically we will learn how to do the addition and subtraction without changing the base, right? So first of all we will try to learn the addition, right? Let us say for an example, suppose if I say there is a number 326, this is in base 10, and the another number that we need to add is 629, and this is also in base 10. Now you will wonder that sir ye to mujhe aata hai, definitely we can add in base 10, this is the quite easiest thing, right? So yes, I know that every one of you aware about this, how to add in decimal system. I just wanted you to revise how you add in the decimal system, and we'll apply the same method in the other base system as well, right? Just open your mind and try to listen carefully what I say here, right? So let us say for an example, as you know guys, that in decimal system when the base is 10, maximum possible a single digit number that you could write is from 0. You will start 0 1 2 and so on, and the maximum single digit number I am saying, right? So the maximum single digit number that you can write is nothing but the 9. Not more than that you can write in a single digit. Definitely you can write 10 12 11 and show on. There are so many numbers that you can write in base 10, but definitely that will be in more than single digit number, right? So let us say now if I tell you add 9 plus 6, what you will say? Sir, 9 plus 6 is 15. Yes, very good. And you will write 5 and you will say that the carry is 1. Now why I am writing 5 and why the carry is 1? That I want to tell you here, and that you need to understand here. So if you add 9 plus 6 and you got 15, just write the 15 here separately. And as you can see, the base is what? 10. So now divide this 15 by base 10. So definitely you will say the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 5. Now whatever the remainder you got, just write that remainder here and keep this quotient 1 as a carry forward, right? And use this one here. Next is 2 plus 1, this is 3 plus 2 is 5. Now we know this 5 is nothing but that is less than the base. So definitely we should write 5 as it is. We will not divide the 5, because if you divide, definitely you will get the remainder as 5 and will be no quotient, right? Now next, if this is 6 plus 3 is what? 6 plus 3 is 9, and definitely we know that the 9 is nothing but 9 is less than the base 10. So definitely we can say this is 955, that will be in base 10, right? So this is how the base we will add in any basis, right? Let me take you one more example. So let us say for an example, there is a number which is 858. Again I'm explaining with the same base, that is the base 10, and then we'll move to the next base also. And the another number is 675, is also written in base 10, and now you need to add and tell me what will be the answers, right? You will wonder again that this is the same thing we will do, right? Just keep in mind what we do. We are not writing just 8 plus 5 is equals to 3. 8 plus 5 is 13 and 3 and the carry is 1. We need to understand why the carry is 1. Why I am writing 8 plus 5 is 13, and we divide this 13 by the base, and the base here is 10. So we divide it by 10. We share the quotient part and the remainder part is 3. So this is 3 and the quotient part is 1 here, right? Now 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 7 is 13. Again you will divide, you will say the remainder is 3. So write the remainder as it is and the quotient part will be 1, that will write here. Now 8 plus 1 is 9 plus 6 is 15. Now 15 is definitely more than 10, right? And we cannot write in a single digit. Now we will again divide this 15 by 10. So 1 will be the quotient and 5 will be the remainder. Now write the remainder as it is and take the quotient here. As because there is no numbers to add, so just write at last, and this will be our correct answers. So we can say that our answer is nothing but 1533, that is in base 10. As simple as we added in base 10, that much simple is to add in any base, guys, right? Just let me take, if this is 858 is in base 10. Now the question is same, that the base is little bit changed. Now this is in base 8 and this is 675. So 675 is also in base 9. Now we need to add this. How we can add, and what you will write the at unit place and even at the tens place, right? So what will be your answers? Just we need to write here. So as you can see, 8 plus 5 is again 13. But can we write 3 and carry as 1? No. Why? Because this time 13 will be divided by 9 and the quotient part is 1 but the remainder is not 3. This time the remainder part is 4. So we will write here 4. And orally you can also divide, guys, because 13, you know that 13 is nothing but 4 more than the number. So that means what? The 4 is the remainder and 1 is the carry forward. So that we will use carry here. Now again 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 7 is 13. So again if you divide 13 by 9, definitely the remainder part will be 4. So we will write 4 and the carry part will be 1 here. So we will write 1 here. The next is 8 plus 1 is 9 plus 6 is 15. Now again we'll do the same thing. This time we will divide 15 by 9 and definitely we can say the remainder part is 6 and the quotient is 1. So as because the remainder is 6, so we will write 6 and the quotient part is 1. So let's write 1 and add, but as because there is no other number, so we will say this is 1644 and the base is nothing but 9, right? So this is how we will try to solve some more examples using the same concept that I did here, guys, right? So let me explain you some more. Let us say if I say this is 545 is a number and that is written in base 6, right? The another number 143 is written also in base 6 and we need to add an answers, guys. We need to add an answer. Now you know that 5 plus 3 is what? 5 plus 3 is 8. If you divide 8 by 6, definitely you will say the remainder part is 2. So just write the remainder part, or you can say that 8 minus 6, this is 2. 8 is 2 more than 6, so we will write 2. And 1 times it will, the quotient part is 1, so we will write 1 here. Now 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9. Again we will divide 9 by 6. And this is how many times? 1 times, and we will say the remainder is 3. So we will write here 3 and the quotient part is 1, so we will write 1. 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So now this time we will divide 7 by 6 and we will say the quotient part is 1 and the remainder is also 1. Now we will write the 1 and this quotient, as because there are no other numbers, so just write this one as it is, and this is 1132 in base 6 will be your answers, right? So just like this, we'll take some questions and we'll try to answer this, guys, right? So quickly just write the answer in one single line. We can write the answers. This is as we do the addition or subtraction or multiplication in base 10, that much fast I can write in any base, guys. This is 43561, 43561, and we need to add here, this is 54176, right? So as you know, this is 6 plus 1 is 7 and 7 is less than 9, so no problem at all, just write 7. And by the way, let me write here the base is 9. The next 7 plus 6 is 13. 13. If you subtract 13, this is how the remainder is 4. The carry is what? 1. 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So we will write 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7. 5 plus 4 is 9. If you divide 9 by 9, remainder is 0 and the quotient is 1. So as fast as you can write in the decimal system, that much fast you can write in any base system. Each and every funda here is same, not the different one. Now quickly we will write, we will add this one also. 1, 2, 4, 5. And this is written in base 6 and this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is also written in base 6. Now as much fast as you can do, you can write here answers. 5 plus 1 is 6, so this is 0, carry is 1. Now 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7, so this is carry is again 1. Now 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 1 is 6, so again we will write 0. Now 0, so the carry is again 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 4 is 6, so this is again 0. 5 plus 1 is 6, so this is again 0 and 1. So this will be your answers, guys. As fast as you can do in base 10, that much fast you can do in any base, whether it is multiplication, whether it is subtraction, and whether it is division, for any numbers I'm telling you. So now let us say in subtraction, if I say, again we'll explain you with the same examples. Let us say if I say there is a number 982 and we need to subtract a number which is 889 and this is in base 10. How we can write in base 10, guys? Definitely we will say, sir, 9 we cannot subtract from 2, so definitely we need to take a carry from 8, and the carry, after taking the carry, you will say this will become 12. How this will become 12? This is 2. How this becoming 12? So definitely we are taking the carry, and that carry is equivalent to 10. That's why this becomes 10 plus 2 is 12. So why this carry is basically equivalent to 10? Because the base here we are using that is 10. That's why this becomes 12. If the base is somewhat else, let us say 9, 8 or 7, the carry will be equal to the base, guys. Just you need to keep this thing in mind. The carry is always equal to the base. So let me write here that carry is equal to base. Always, whether the base is 10 or the base is any else number. Right. So now this becomes what? 12. 12 minus 9, definitely we will say 3. Yes, obvious. And this is 7. Again, you cannot subtract 8 from 7. So again you will take carry and you will say this becomes 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. Yes, obviously this is correct. And now 8 minus 1 is 7. So 793 in base 10 will be your correct answers. Right, definitely. Now let's write some another number in another base. This is 567 and this is written in base. Let us say change the number, write this in a smaller number. This is 523 is written in base 7 and we need to subtract 245 in base 7. Right, what will be your answers? In one line you can answer. As you know that 5 cannot be subtracted from 3, take a carry from here and what you will get, this is 3 and the carry that you will take, that is basically the 7 because the base is 7 and that will become 10. Now 10 minus 5 is 5. Exactly. Now this becomes 1. Right, now 4 cannot be subtracted from 1, so again we'll take the carry here and the carry will be definitely again equal to the base 7. This is 7 plus 1 will become 8 minus 4 is nothing but 4. And now this time here is 4. So 4 minus 2 is nothing but 2 and this is your answers. So 245 in base 7 will be your answers. So as fast as we can do here also, guys, let us say I am writing a 238 and the base is 9, let us say for an examples, and this is 89. Just we need to subtract 89 only, or not 89, let us say this 87 if I say, because you cannot write 9 in base 9. So now 8 minus 7, this is definitely we will say this is 1. Yes, obviously. Now 13 minus, if you say 5, that will be wrong, guys, because if you take a carry here, that will not be equal to 10, that will be equal to the base and the base here is 9. So that will become 9 plus 3 12 minus 8 is 4. That is because after giving carry this becomes 1. So now 141 in base 9 will be the answers. Chalo, moving to this question, the subtraction as fast as you can do in base 10, that much faster you can do in any base. So 5 6 4 1 2 is written in. To subtract 8 from 3 4 6 5 6 also in base 7. Just quickly write your answers quickly, as fast as you can solve in decimal system, that much fast you can solve in any base system. Just quickly write your answers what you are getting here. Questions hardly if it, so again we'll take a carry and the carry will again will be equal to 7. So now this is 7 minus 5, that is nothing but 2. Now this becomes 3. Now again 6 cannot be subtracted from 3, so take a base, take a carry and that will be again equal to the base. So this will become 3 plus 7 is 10. Now 10 minus 6 will become 4. Now this becomes 5. 5 minus 4 is nothing but 1. Now 5 minus 3 becomes 2. So 2 1 4 2 3 in base 7, this will be your correct answers. Now as much fast, I told you, as much fast you can do in base 10, that much faster you can do in any base. 5402 base 6 and this is 3241 is also written in base 6. We need to subtract it here, right? Definitely we will say that 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. Now but 4 cannot be subtracted from 0, so we will take a carry here and now the carry this time will be equal to 6 because the base is 6. So now this will become 6. 6 minus 4, that becomes 2. Now this becomes 3 minus 2 is 1 and 5 minus 3 is 2. So this becomes 2 1 2 1 in base 6. So you know, guys, I told you that as much fast you can do in any base, that much faster you can do in, as much fast you can do in base 10, that much faster you can do in any base. So now we will try to learn some basic calculation based on multiplication, guys. Right, so we will multiply here. Just let's see that in multiplication what you will write here. Right, multiplication में क्या आएगा, चलो फटाफट देखो. So multiplication में हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा guys? Let us say if I say again I am writing the same thing, but let me write in another base and explain you with another base, not with base 10. Let us say this is 45 and 54. Both are written in base 6 and we need to multiply and write the answers also in base 6. So as you know guys, 4 5s is what, 20. So just you need to divide this 20 by 6 and this is 6 3 is 18 and the remainder is 2. So write the 2 here. Take this carry. Now 4 4 is 16 plus 3 is 19. If you divide 19 by 6, again this is 3 times and the carry is 1. So now write the 1. Further there is no multiplication, so write this carry as it is. Now 5 5 is 25. So if you divide 25 by 6, now definitely we can say this is 4 times and the remainder part is 1. So just write the remainder part 1 here as it is. Now the carry is 4 that we will add. Right, 5 4 is 20. 20 into 4 is 24. So now if you divide 24 by 6, you will say 4 times and the remainder is 0. The part is 0 as because there is no multiplication left, so we need to write 4 as it is. Just add, this is 2, so as it is 1 plus 1 is also 2, as it is 3, this is as it is, and this is 4. That's it. So this the answers that you are getting, that is also in base 6. Chalo, let me explain you with some more examples here with another base, and let us say that base is 8 for an example. If the number is same number, the number is same, which is 45, this time it is written in base 8, and 54, this is also is written in base 8, and now we need to multiply and write the answers. So again 4 5 is 20. So what you need to do in your mind, you can do the oral calculation as well. That 5 4 is what, 20. If you divide 20 by 8, you will say the remainder part is 4. 8 2s are 16. The quotient part is 2. So write the quotient part and you can remember this quotient part separately in your mind. Next 4 4 is 16 plus 2 is 18. If you divide 18 by 8, 18 2s is 16. The remainder part is 2 and the quotient is 2. That is basically there are no further calculations, so we need to write that 2 as it is. Next is 5 5 is 25. If you divide 25 by 8, the remainder is 1 and the carry that you will get is 3. Right, now 5 4 is 20 plus 3 is 23. Again you divide 23 by 8, you will say the remainder is 5. 18 2 is 18 2 is 16. 16 plus 7 is 23. So we will write here 7, not 5. And now 18 2s are, further there are no calculations, we will write 2 as it is. Now this is 4, so as it is. 2 plus 1, this is 3 as it is. 7 plus 2 is 9, right? So if we divide 9 by 8 using the same method, the remainder is 1 and the quotient is 1. So the remainder part we will write here, and the quotient that we will add to 2 plus 1, this 3. So 3 1 3 4, that becomes in base 8 will be your answers. So chalo, quickly we will do the two calculation here on the basis of base 7 and base 6. This is 162 is written in base 7 and 256 is also written in base 7. Just do the quick multiplication and tell me your answers in the comment box. I guess this will not take you more than 1 minute for this particular question. Just try and answer me. And if there is any problem in the video part, you can tell me on the comment box. Chalo. Do the calculation as fast as you can do, guys. It's completely depend on you that how much faster you can solve. Just the basic calculation, that's it, not more than that. I will try to finish the numbers in this class only, so that from tomorrow we can start geometry. And I requesting all of you, do not miss the first class, second class of geometry, guys. I will request that attend all the geometry class one by one. So now this is 6 2 is 12. 12 is divided by 7, the remainder part is 5, the carry is 1. Now 6 6 is 36 plus 1 is 37. If you divide 37, the remainder part is 2, and 7 5 is the 37, so 5 is the carry. Now 6 1 is 6 plus 5 is 11, divided by 7, the remainder part is 4, and the quotient is 1. There is no further calculation, so we will write 2 2 is 4. So this is less than 7, so definitely write as it is. 2 6 is 12. So again 12 will be divided by 7, the remainder part is 5, and the quotient part is 1. So keep quotient 1 in your mind. 2 1 3, so we will write as it is. The next is, okay, so I did a one mistake guys. This 354 will be in the next line. The first we need to multiply here with 5. 5 2 is 10, divided by 7, the remainder part is 3, carry is 1. 5 6 is 30 plus 1 is 31, divided by 7. Again the remainder is 3 and the carry is 4. 5 1 is 5 plus 4 is 9, divided by 7, remainder is 2 and the carry is 1. Now again, as you know, this is 4 times and this is 5 and this is 3. Earlier that we got. Now 5, this is less than, no problem. 3 plus 2 is 5, less than, no problem. Now next is 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 4 is 11. When divided by 7, the remainder part is 4, the carry is 1. 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 1 is 8 plus 1 is 9, divided by 7, remainder is 2, carry is 1. 3 plus 1, this is 4 plus 1, the carry, that is 5. So we will say the answer is nothing but 52,455, right? The next is the basic calculation. This is 54 written in base 6 and 41 is written in base 6 as well. So 1 into 4 or 54, this will be as it is because this is less than 6, right? Now 4 4 is 16. Divide 16 by 6, the remainder part is 4. 6 2 is 12. So that 2 will be your carry. Now 4 5 is 20 plus 2 is 22. Now 6 3 is 18, the remainder is 4. And this 3 we will write as it is because there are no calculation. So now this is 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. Further we will divide it by 6. The remainder part is 3 and the quotient part is 1. Okay. So write 3 and carry that 1. So this is 3. That 1 plus 4 is nothing but 5. And this is 3. So the answer here will be 6. Ask on the Telegram group, guys. So next, if 0, now this is the interesting questions. If 0 is concatenated to the right of a positive integers in base 8, the resultant number is how many times the original number? Let us say for an example, there is a number 12, right? And if this is in base 8 and we basically write a 0 at the rightmost, and this becomes 180 in base 10. The question is that this number will be how many times? This number will be how many times of this original number, right? This is the question. So as you can see, guys, suppose for an example, if I say this 12 is written in the base 10 and the 120 is also written in the base 10, definitely you will say कि sir ये 10 times हो गया, right? Why this is becoming 10 times? Because the base is 10 guys. So here if the base is 8, definitely it will become 8 times. But if you want to cross check that whether you are correct or not, you can definitely find out the value in base 10. You can see this is 12. What we will write is 2 into 8 to the power plus 1 into 8 to the power 1. So this will become 12 plus 8. This is 10. Now this is 120 is written in base 8. So this is 0 into 8 to the power 0 plus 2 into 8 to the power 1 plus 1 into 8 square. So this is nothing but 0. And this is 8 2 is 16 plus 8 8 is 64. So what we can say, this is 64 plus 60 is nothing but 80. So you can see, guys, that 10 into 8, or you can say 8 times is 80. So here the base was 8, so that's why this is 8 times. So suppose if we write 20, that will become 100 times in base 10. So it will become 8 square times. So if the base is n, it will become n times. If you write 10, if you write 20, it will become n square times. If you write 30, it will become n cube times, and so on. Now look at the next questions. Here this is a quite interesting questions, and you can say this questions will require your thinking ability also. This will basically check your thinking ability, how you think and how you solve the questions. The question says that Raju found a decimal number which when represented in base 3, 4, 5, 6 and say what is the least such possible numbers. Definitely do some calculation, guys. Just I'm giving you one hint. Let us say if there is a number 234 and if we divide it by base 3, this is nothing but 3 8 3 7 is 21, 2 24, 3 8 is 24, this is remainder is 0. So if the number ends with 0, which means that the number is definitely divisible by 3. And if there is a remainder, let us say if the number should be 236, this is 2 again 7 times, this is 8 times is 24, remainder is 2. I'm getting the remainder as 2, which means the number, when the number divided by 3, this will be 3 here, when the number divided by 3, we are getting 2 as the remainder, because whatever the last digit that you are getting, that is basically the remainder. That's it, right? Because whenever we convert any number in base 10 to other base, basically we divide to that base, and the last digit is basically the first remainder that we got, because we write the number like this, the remainder like this now. So this remainder will be basically your rightmost digit, and that will be the first remainder. So I'm giving you 1 minute of time to think and answers according to the questions and what I explained to you. नेक्स्ट क्लास से गाइज मैं टेलीग्राम जो डिस्कशन ग्रुप है उसका भी लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दे दूंगा. अभी जो लिंक बेसिकली ऑफ द टेलीग्राम चैनल, तो चैनल पे ज्वाइन कीजिए, वहाँ पे मैंने लिंक पोस्ट करके रखा है टेलीग्राम ग्रुप का. आप स्क्रॉल करेंगे तो ऊपर आपको ग्रुप का लिंक मिल जाएगा, तो ग्रुप में ज्वाइन कीजिए, अपने क्वेश्चंस को भेजिए. देयर आर मेनी स्टूडेंट्स दैट विल हेल्प यू and at last will get the answers. Definitely I will try to solve. I will get time, definitely I will try to solve, guys. Should you put all your doubt in that telegram group? Chalo, quickly we can answer here, guys. Definitely quickly. What do you need to do? Because there is a number, this is the same thing, guys. There is a number, when divided by 3 we are getting the remainder as 2, and the same number when divided by 4 we are getting the remainder as 3, and the same number when divided by remainder as 4, and the same number when divided by 6 we are getting the remainder as 5. थोड़ा सा भी कॉमन सेंस अगर लगाया तो यहाँ पे क्या दिख जाएगा कि the number is same and the number are in decimal system, and the divisor is keep changing and the remainder is also keep changing, but the difference between the divisor and the remainder is constant. Here also the difference is 1, here also the difference between the divisor and the remainder is 1, here also difference between the divisor and the remainder is 1. So as because everywhere the difference between the remainder divisor and remainder is same, so for such type of questions, how we find out the general formula for n is, this is nothing but the LCM of all the divisors, which is here 3 4 5 6 into q minus the comp that we are getting, and the LCM of 3 4 5 6 is nothing but this is 60 times of q minus 1. To get the smallest number we need to put q equals to 1, and the smallest number will be 59. Smallest number is 59. Just you need to use your IQ here, right, your common sense. Chalo, moving to the next question. Here you can see that the question asks that Kiran wanted to weigh 324 kg of weight. The weights are available in denomination of 1 kg, 2 kg, 4 kg, 8 kg and so on. Does he use in all if one side of the balance is used for winning? So one side of the weight balance is used for winning and you need to put exactly one weight, right? Or basically you can put more than one, but the type of the weight that will be not more than one time. Let us say if I use 2 kg of weight, so 2 kg I can use one times only, not two times. And we need to, and the Kiran wanted to weigh 324 kg of it. So what will be the total number of it that she will need, guys? The concept given here is she can use 1 kg, she can use 2, 4, 8, that means what, in power of 2, this is 16, next will be 32, next will be 64, and so on. So just tell me that how many weights does she use, she or he, whatever. Should I'm giving you this 40 seconds of time, and I guess this much is sufficient to answer this question because everything I have explained here, guys. Just a little bit of common sense and try to answer what you will get here. Come on. As you can see, guys, here the numbers are, you can solve these questions in two ways, right? The one way is, as you know, that the numbers that we are using here, that all are in power of 2. So basically you can convert 324 in binary also, and from there also you can get, so 324 in base 10, and we can convert it into binary. So what will be the value equivalent to binary? So if we divide, this is 2, 162 times, remainder is 0. This is 2, 81 times, the remainder is again 0. Then 2, this is 40 times, and there is 1. Then 2, 20 times, the remainder is 0. Then 2, 10 times, again the remainder is 0. Then 2, 5 times, again the remainder is 0. Then next, 5 divided by 2, then 2, 1 times, and the remainder is 0. So what we will write, the at last is, this is 1, then 0, then 1, and then 1, 2, 3, triple 0, 1, 2, 3, triple 0, then 1, double 0. So as you can see, as there many 1 here, as there are as many 1 here, that much weight Kiran will require to weight for 324 kg. So how many ones are there? Here is 1, here is 2, and here is 3. So that means what, total 3 weights. This is the one way to answer this particular questions. And I'm sure definitely you will ask that what are will be that 3 ways that she will use to weight for weight 324 kg. Sure, definitely you can see, guys, this is what, here this is 0, power of 2 is 0, power is 2 is 1, and then 2. So this is 2 square, this is 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7, and then 8. So as we know, this is 2 square is nothing but 4, this is 2 to the power 6 is nothing but 64, and this is 6. So what you can say, this is 256 plus 4 is 260, plus 64 is becomes 324. So as you can see, this much. Or you can try using here also, this is 64, then 128, then this will be 256, and then next will be 512, that will not require. So if you take, this is 256 and take 128, that will be more 100 and 324. 6 you cannot take 128, so let's take 64. Right, so if you take 64, so 256 and 64 will give you 320. So now you will require 4 more kg of weight, and that you will get from here also. So you can solve these questions in two ways, guys. Either you can convert 324 into the binary system, from there you can check there are how many ones here, and else you can try using this method also. अगर दिमाग कम काम करता है तो ये apply नहीं कर सकते, but definitely you can try this method and you will able to solve the questions, guys. Right? Chalo, moving to the next question. So here the question is find the value. So in both the cases, guys, you need to find the answer in base 10. Let me tell you at first, the base will be 10, and here the base will also be 10. So quickly can you answer and tell me what will be the answers in base 10, guys? Just try, take it. I'm sure that you will say, sir, 60 seconds. Definitely will require 1 minute for the first questions. So try and answers for the first question, guys. Definitely try and answer. The quite easy one, as you can say. As you can see, guys, this is 1 written in base 2. If you convert in decimal, that will become 1 only, because 1 into 2 to the power 0, that is 1. This is same, 2 into 3 to the power 0, that will become same. So this will become 2. The next will become 3, and so on till this will become n. So as you know, 1, 2, 3 till what are the sum of the first n natural numbers? So this is nothing but n into n plus 1 divided by 2. And keep in mind that this will be your answer in base 10, not in any other base, right? The same we need to answer this also. What do you can say, guys? So as you can see, this is 1 1 1 1 1. So if you find any number written like this, that means what, a number is written in base 2, and there are, that is the maximum possible number of 3 digit that we can write here, or whether it is a 2 digit. Let us say for an example, so if I say the base is 7, so the maximum possible numbers that you can write is 6. So for 6, the answer will be 7 raised to the power 1 minus 1. This is nothing but 6. If you convert 6 in base 7, the funda that you know how to convert in decimal, using that method you can convert, and that you will get is 7 square minus 1. This is nothing but 49 minus 1. This is 48. You will wonder how you are writing like this, right? So as you know, guys, if you say double 9, so what you can write double 9? Can you write double 9 as 10 square minus 1? Why you are writing double 9 as 10 square minus 1? So as you know, double 9 is written in base 10. So there are two numbers. So this is 10 raised to the power 2 minus 1, base raised to the power, as many numbers you are writing here. And the numbers are basically the greatest possible number. No? That's why I am writing this. Right? If the number will be written like this, 1 and 0, so this is the smallest 2 digit number. So this is nothing but 10 raised to the power 1. This is 100, right? And this is also written in base 10, so this will become 10 square. But if this 100 is written in base 6, that will become 6 square. If this 100 is written in base 8, that will become 8 square. So this is base equal to the base square. So similarly, so using this funda, you can convert all the numbers directly, right? So as you can see, this number is 111 base 2. So this becomes 2 raised to the power 3 minus 1, plus this becomes 3 raised to the power 3 minus 1. This will become 4 raised to the power 3 minus 1, plus this will become 5 raised to the power 3 minus 1, plus this will become, this is base is 6 here. So you will write here 6 raised to the power 3 minus 1. Now 2 cube, this is 8 minus 1 is nothing but 7. This is 27 minus 1 is nothing but 26. 4 cube is 64, so this becomes 63. 5 cube is 125, so this becomes 124. And 6 cube is 216, so this becomes 215. Right? Now let's add all the numbers. So 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 7 is 25. This is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 6 is 11, plus 2 is 13. So this is 3. Now 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So this numbers becomes 435, and this is also in base 10, guys. ये भी हमारा base 10 में ही हो जाएगा, right? चलो. Now try these questions. Now quite amazing questions here, guys. So there are two ways to solve these questions. The one, we need to convert this into base 10 and also convert this into base 10 and equate. You will get the value of k. And there are other ways also that I will tell you. So first let's convert this into base 10. That is definitely important steps to solve these questions. So this is 1255 is written in base 6 and we need to write in decimal system. So we can say this is 5 into 6 raised to the power 0 plus 5 into 6 raised to the power 1 plus 2 into 6 raised to the power 2 plus 1 into 6 raised to the power 3. So now this is basically 5 plus 6 5 is 30 plus 6 square is 36 into 2 is 72. Okay, just give me a minute guys. So this is 36 into 2 is nothing but 72 plus 6 cube is 260, right? Chalo. Let's add all this. What we'll get is 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 5 is 13. So this is 3. Now 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 7 is 9 plus 3 is 12. So this is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. So the number that we will get is 323. That will be in base 10. So from here definitely you can analyze, you can check that number here is 503 and the base is k. So that base k must be definitely less than 10, right? It cannot be more than 10. So the other way that we will also convert this 503 in base k in decimal system. The two ways to solve this particular questions I will explain you. And this is what? This is 3 into k raised to the power 0 raised to the power 1 plus 5 into k raised to the power 2. So this is 3 into k raised to the power 0 is nothing but 3. This becomes 0 and this becomes 5 times of k. So we can say this 323 plus 323 should be equal to 5k square plus 3, right? And requesting all of you guys, if you have not subscribed the channel till now, so please do subscribe the channel, right? And please like the video also. So let's subtract this 3. What you will get is 320 divided by 5, that is equals to k square. Now this is 5, this is 64. So k becomes 8. As you know, k cannot be negative, so the k will be positive 8, right? And the answer for this particular question is definitely k is equals to 8. But just believe me guys, if this would have been any cubic expressions, definitely we will face the difficulty to solve that cubic or fourth power equations. In that case, what do you need to do? Just calculate whatever the base is given here, just calculate the number in the base 10. First of all, calculate the number in base 10, right? And then write the number in base 10 and just check if this number or here the number, if this number is less than this, which means the base k is more than the base 6 here, right? Because if you convert any number from smaller to a larger base, the number will be smaller, and from smaller to much more smaller base, or you can say from larger to smaller, then the number will be greater. So from here you can see this is here the number is 1255 and here the number is 503. This is basically less, which means the k must be greater than 6, definitely guys. And as you know, here the largest possible value is also 5. So we cannot write 5 when the base will be 5 or less than 5. So base has to be more than 5 only, right? So more than 5, minimum possible value is 6. And as because this is 6, if this will also be 6, the number will be same, na? So k has to be more than 6. And in more than 6, what are the possible values that you will say? So for more than 6, we can say there is 7, there is 8 and there is 9. Till now only. Why? Because this 323 is basically less than 503, which means this k has to be less than 10. Because here the number 323 is lesser and 503 is more. If the number is more, which means the base is lesser. So now divide this 323 by 7 and check what are the first remainder that you are getting. If you are getting the first remainder as 3, so keep that number. That can be your answers. So now 7 4 is 28, 5 53 and 7 7 is 49. So 53, which means the remainder will be definitely 4. So as because the remainder is 4 and we need to get the remainder here 3, that is not matching, which means 7 cannot be your answer. So let's again try, again divide 323 by base 8 and let's check. So 8 fours is 32. 3 will not be divided, so this is 0 and the remainder part is 3. That means what? 8 can be your answer, 7 cannot be your answer. Let's check for 9 also. I know that 9 will not be the answers, but let's check for 9 also. If you have confusion, check for 9. So 9 threes is 27, remainder is 5, 53. Now 9 fives is 45. So here the remainder is 8. So again I am not getting the remainder as 8, which means this cannot be the answer. So your correct answers will be base 8. This is how you can solve a larger questions, a big questions, whether it is a 3 or 4 digit questions, in a much smaller way, guys. Right? Chalo, moving to the next questions. Here, find the number of 3-digit numbers in septenary system. Find the 3-digit number in septenary system. We need to answer here, guys. Right? Chalo. So I hope you understand the questions what it says. Right? The question asks you find the number of 3-digit numbers. Septenary system. Base septenary system, which means the base is 7. So in base 7 there are how many 3-digit numbers that you can write? Let us say for an example, the smallest 3-digit number that you can write is 100 in base 7, and the maximum 3-digit number that you will write is 666 in base 7, because more than 6 you cannot write. But is it possible that all the numbers you can write? Because if you start writing from 100, you will write 100, you will write 101, you will write 102 also, you will write 103, 104, 105 easily, 106 easily, but you cannot write 107, right? After this 106 you will move and you will write 110. So then, as we know that the number is 100 in base 7 and this is 666, but directly you cannot subtract 666 minus 100 and you will say that 567 will be the answers, right? This will be basically definitely wrong, guys. So what we need to do in that case? So we need to convert, as you know that in decimal system we can count all the numbers, but in other base system we cannot count all the numbers. So for that we need to convert this 100 and 666 in base 10. So let's see what you will get here. So 100, this will become what, guys? 100 is in base 7. In the previous slide I told you this will become 7 square, right? And that is nothing but 49. And this 666 in base 7, that will become 7 raised to the power 3 minus 1, which is nothing but 343 minus 1 is nothing but 342. So the difference between 340, so we are taking the number from 49 to till 342, as because both the number is counted. So total numbers, if you need to calculate, this is 342 minus of 49, but as because both the number is counted, so we need to add 1 also. So you can say 342 minus 49 plus 1 is minus of 48, 6. So this is 294. So total there will be 294 3-digit numbers in septenary system, right, guys? Now similarly, you need to calculate in base 8 also, right? But here how many 4-digit numbers in octal system are also 4-digit numbers in decimal? Here the question says that the octal number and in the base in decimal also the number will be 4-digit, guys. So for 4-digit smallest number in octal is nothing but 1, 2, 3, and this is written in base 8. So what will be the value? And similarly, this is 7, 7, 7. 4 times of 7 is also written in base 8. So as you know, this is written in base 8. So definitely you will say this is 8 cube, the smallest 4-digit number, but that becomes 512. And here you will say this is 8 raised to the power 4 minus 1. So 8 raised to the power 4, nothing but 12. So this is 4096 minus 1, that becomes 4095. Right? So this is a 4-digit number, guys, but 512 is not a 4-digit number. So that means what? we directly cannot subtract 4095 minus 512, right? Because the question is also said that the 4-digit number in octal should also be 4-digit in decimal as well. So in decimal, you know, the smallest 4-digit number will start from 1000, not from 512. So that's why we cannot take 512. We need to take 1000. So what we need to do? This is 4095 minus 1000. As because both the number is again counted, so we'll add 1. Or you can say this is 4000 minus 1000 is nothing but 3095 plus 1 is 3096. So total there will be 3096 number, which will be 4-digit in octal as well in decimal system also. So all are basic questions, just you need to open your mind. That's it. Before solving the question, please open your mind and then try to solve the questions. Chalo, moving to the next one. Today I am trying to finish this number system so that tomorrow definitely we can start the geometry from this scratch. That means what? Exactly from the basic, how the lines, how the angles, how the triangles works. And definitely that will be more than 1 week class in geometry. So I requesting all of you, do not miss tomorrow class and attend tomorrow class. Share with your friend also. Geometry is very important topic, guys, in CAT as well as in other MBA entrance exams as well. So now here the question says 121 is a perfect number in which of the following base? So before writing, as because we need to, you can check the base 7, base 5 and base 8. You can convert the number and check whether you are getting a perfect square or not. Or else you can write, if 121 is written in base n, what can be its value in base 10? What will be its value in base 10? As you know how to convert in base 10, right? We multiply from the base. So base, if I say the base is given as n, just need to convert in base 10. Just convert and tell me what will be the possible values. Is the possible value is 5, 7, 8, or is the answer is all of the above? Just try these questions. Hardly you will take 60 seconds of time, not more than that. So just try and answer me what answers you are getting, guys. And do not forget to join tomorrow class exactly at sharp 8 p.m. Otherwise you will regret, guys. Chalo. So we know that how we convert. Here the power will be 0, here the power will be 1, and here the power will be 2. So this is 1 into n to the power 0 plus 2 into n to the power 1 plus 1 into n to the power 2. Now we know this becomes n square plus 2 times of n plus 1. And you know, guys, that n square plus 2n plus 1 is nothing but a perfect square. N plus 1 ka whole square. So can we write here that n plus 1 whole square will be written in base 10? So as you can see, this is n plus 1 is whole square. That means whatever the value of n you will put, you will get a perfect square, right? Always you will get a perfect square, but the condition is as because this is 121 and n will be more than 2. So the minimum possible value of n will be, n should be greater than or equal to 3. It cannot be less than 3, right? So you can, if you want, you can check 121 is written in base 5. What you will get is this is 5 square is 25 plus this is 2 into 5, this is 10 plus 1, and you will get 36. Or from here you can say 5 plus 1 is 36, right? 7 plus n is 8, so this is 64. 8 plus 1 is 9, so this is 91. Whatever the value you can write, definitely you will get the perfect square. So in 5, 7, 8, all of the above, 121 will be a perfect square in all the bases 5, 7 and 8, in every basis, guys, right? Chalo, moving to the next questions. Very good questions, guys. Very good. You can expect these type of questions in actual CAT exams. I must tell you, this type of questions definitely you're gonna expect in your CAT exam, guys. The question is n1 is the 3-digit number. n1 is a 3-digit number. Let us say that n1 is a 3-digit number, and this is written in base 11. So let's write it in base 11, not in base 10. This is written in base 11. Now a new 3-digit number n2 is formed by rearranging the digits of n1 in some order. That means what? This n2 can be what? It can be A, C, B in base 11. It can be A, B, C is already n1. So just change the position of A. This is C, B, A, or you can say B, A, C, whatever you can say. This is the all possible things for all possible numbers that we can write in base 11 in n2, the number n2. Next it is says that the difference between n1 and n2 is always divisible by which number? The difference between n1 and n2, whichever is the greater one, we don't know, but let us say if the n1 is greater than n2, for an example, the question is n1 minus n2 is always divisible by which number? This is always divisible by. This you need to answer here, guys. किस नंबर से ये always divisible होगा? So don't worry. There are two things that you can check here. Either you can take a numbers from here and you can write and check whatever the values you are getting. Else you can try to solve these questions in the base 10. As we did in that questions when the question says कि अगर किसी भी numbers के end में मैं एक zero लगा देता हूँ तो number will be how many times, right? So that number becomes basically the equal to the number of times as many as the base is given. The base is 10, that will be 10 times, base is n, that will be n times, right? So similarly we need to check here also. Let us say for example if I say there is a number 321, the original number is 321. In how many orders you can arrange? Either you can say 123. So if you arrange 123 you will get, I guess so, 198. If you say this is 321 minus 321, this you can write 12. So what you will get is 9. Then next you can say 321 is the number and you can write 231 as well. So what will be 231, guys? This is 1 minus 1 is 0. 32. This becomes 90. So what you can see, guys, this number is always multiple of 9. This number is always multiple of 9. This is also multiple of 9. So that means what? This will always multiple of 9 when the base is 10. Right? So this is always multiple of 9 if base is 10. Right? So you can see if the base is 11, so base is 10, so this is 1 less than 10, 1 less than the base. So here we can say if the base is 11, definitely it will be divisible by 10, 1 less than the base, and it will always divisible by 10, guys. So it will always divisible by 10, which is 1 less than the base. If the base would have been 12, it will always divisible by 11. If the base would have been 8, it will always divisible by 7, and so on. That's it. Chalo. Moving to these questions. Now let's try to solve this question. So trader want to measure all integral weights from 1 to 290 kg using a simple balance on which weights are placed on one of the pans. What is the minimum number of weights required? Minimum कितने weights required होंगे so that it can measure starting from 1 kg till 290 kg, right? So you know, guys, as because the weight are placed on one of the pans only. So for 1 kg, to weight 1 kg, right, we require 1 kg. To weight 2 kg, definitely we require a 2 kg. And we are writing the total sum that we will get here. So from 1, the sum is 1. As because 2 and 1, so the sum we will get is 3. That means what, using 1 and 2, we can weight till 3 kg. So will next require is 4 kg. So what we can say? So 4 kg. Right? From 4 we can add 4 plus 3, this is 7. So next we will require is 8 kg. And 8 plus 7 is 15. Next we will require is 16. 16 plus 15 is 31. So next we will require is 32 kg. So this becomes 60. 3. Next will require is 64 kg, and now this time it will become 127. So next will require is 128 kg, and this becomes 255, right? So till 255 kg we can use. Now will require 256 kg. So till 511 kg you can wait, and we need to wait till 290 kg. So that means what will require this much. So this is how many? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So total 9. What is the total minimum number of weights that are required? So total 9 weight. Total 9 weight is required for this question. So that's all for today's guys. So thank you very much for attending the sessions. So thank you very much guys. And guys, definitely from tomorrow, or you can say from Tuesday, the date I am mentioning is 8th of June 2021. I'm gonna start geometry from basic. So why I'm saying from basic? Exactly because the basic is important to solve advanced level of questions, and also basic will be important for all the other management entrance test guys, for all the management entrance tests. So if you attend this geometry class very seriously, definitely your geometry problem will be solved, and you can attempt almost geometry questions in each and every MBA entrance exam. So that's all for today's guys. If do check the description box for all the links. Take care of yourself. Bye bye. Good night.